look at this one. The flamethrower here, the Prometheus flame, does damage all around me. Oh, that one is amazing. Hey everyone, this is Thecos. Today I got something really exciting for you. I know I keep saying that in every video, but I mean, that's why I do this channel, to show you exciting things. And today I will play through Tomb Raider, the Crypt of Chronos. I just recently brought you an unboxing video, and I thought like, yeah, it's gonna be another large game, probably a huge footprint on the table, and very complex and very long. Most likely not a channel candidate, although I would love to bring this to you. And well, surprise, here I am. This is a game that I can actually like record quite well for YouTube, I think. Table space will be a little issue, but we will definitely be able to do that. This is a solo adventure game designed by Luke Melia and published by Iconic Studios, I guess in partnership with Crystal Dynamics, of course, who own the Tomb Raider license, as far as I know. I wanted to really get this game because it looked good. The gameplay actually looked good, and like had a few fresh ideas, and also I really like Tomb Raider. When I was a child, I played a lot of Tomb Raider back then. Tomb Raider 1, 2, 3, especially mostly, and also 4. My favorite back then was Tomb Raider 2, actually. And recently I played the Survivor trilogy, starting in 2013 with Tomb Raider, and then Rise of the Tomb Raider and Shadow of the Tomb Raider. 3 amazing games in my opinion. I think they really nailed like the reboot. And this is like a mixture of both. So you have like elements of the old, of the like classic Tomb Raider games, but also of the newer ones. So really cool. I played the first 2 scenarios already, and what I will do today I will play through the 3rd scenario. So you will be in the middle of the campaign. There will be no real spoiler territory because there is no real story. This is just like 15 scenarios. You can also just play these scenarios like out of order if you want to, with like specific starting conditions. So there is no spoiler territory here really. All right. Before I keep blabbering on, as usual, grab yourself a cup of tea and let's do this. All right, there we go. So, how will I structure today's video? First of all, I will set up the game as usual. Then I will kind of explain to you like how like the most important aspects of the game work. And then I will play through the game and then explain the rest of the rules as we go, how I usually like to do it. So you will not see the game today like how it looks like when you started. This will be scenario number 3, and there are things that change throughout the campaign. So I already have like an outfit, and like the event deck is almost depleted already, triggering something quite interesting very soon. So you will actually see like a few things you will not see in your first game, or most likely not see in your first game. Also, I should be able to craft a weapon today, I hope so. So you will see a lot of stuff today. All right, so let me just quickly set up the game, and then we can get started. All right, and that concludes the setup of the game. This is the setup for, if you look at the scenario book here, for Chapter 3, Hidden in the Trees. I locate the entrance to the tomb, but it's locked. To open it, I must disable both mechanisms holding the door in place. I need to act quickly and ensure no one sees me slip inside. So what is happening here? Well, actually, I am on a quest because I've been captivated by the legend of Kairos, which is a mysterious island said to appear only once every 2 centuries. And there I want to go because that is the resting place of the Chronos artifact, a relic of unimaginable power capable of manipulating time itself. But not only we are going there, but also Natla Technologies is trying to get to the artifact. And we might actually run into them at some point as well. Probably not this scenario, but looking forward to see when that happens. All right, and this is like scenario 3. So what we're essentially trying to do is open this door here in the bottom right, the gold door here, and then go to the exit tile and exit the level. One thing that's very cool is like the other 2 scenarios were completely in the forest. This one is as well, but you see here, this is a different tile. Because if you would turn this over, it would be a forest tile, but this is now a temple tile. That means the 3rd scenario will lead us into the temple, and then I guess scenario 4 will be inside the temple. Thematically, very cool. The last tile is like a foreshadowing of what we will see there. All right, so this is very busy here. but I will like let you know. I will just show you around what you see here. Let's start on the right. That's the main thing. That is our map. I start down here. This is our Lara figure. It's from the top, so you can't see it perfectly probably. But this is our Lara figure. We start right here, and then we move around the forest here. Here's our first enemy, the wolf. It will like move around until it sees us or until we dispose of it. There are a blue door and 2 red doors here. We can open those. They are currently closed. We can open those by pulling the levers. There's 1 red lever down here and a blue lever up there. The reason for that is that we need to go through here and here in order to get to these barriers. These barriers I can also defeat. I can just attack them, and when both of them are destroyed, then the golden door opens here, so we can leave the level and go into the temple. I've put 2 cubes on here to track them. This is just that I know they have 2 health, so I know how much damage I need to do. That's pretty much that. I will talk more about the map layout a little bit later. Then in the top left, we have our workbench here, also these special Lara dice. I can like unlock those and get them to use them once in order to have more actions. Otherwise, this is our crafting bench. It like always says like which kind of material we need to discard in order to craft a weapon, outfit, or an ability. I will get to that in just a moment. And up here, we can also craft ammo, health, and get these Lara dice, these extra dice that I can use once. Up here, we have a few decks. We have like the event deck that is almost running out. So something will be happening there when this runs out. Also, we have the research deck because we can also research. That's one of our actions. Here we have these are all the crafting components I've already collected within the past 2 scenarios. So I have like 3 oil here. I have 1 cloth, and then I have like these treasure chests times 2 and also times 3 and times 4. These are wilds, but all of the treasure chests with the times 2, times 3, or times 4 modifier, if I use those, these are removed from the game. I will never see those again. All the other crafting components I discard go back into the bag here. I can pull crafting components from the bag as rewards. So for example, see these are like screws and stuff, like tools. I always like can draw one when I defeat an enemy, but I always also draw some for like rewards. When I have like any rewards, or when I maybe have some research cards, things like that. Speaking of, I have 2 research cards here already. One of them lets me add 2 time to a roll. I will get to that later. And this one lets me skip the enemy phase. That can be really clutch later on, maybe when I need it. But if I don't need it now, I can use it in a later scenario. Because whenever you save a game, you have like this little box here. This is modeled after the original backpack of the original Tomb Raider trilogy. And in here you put everything that is like yours. Like your equipped outfit, weapon, all of your crafting components, your research cards, things like that. Pretty cool. Very small box. Everything fits in here. Really well done. Okay, and then last but not least, we have our Lara board down here. Let me just kind of carry it a little bit like more into frame, because actually the artwork on the left is cut off. It just doesn't fit on screen anymore. Sorry about that. And also we have 10 health at the beginning here. You will not see the health during the game, but I will let you know whenever we lose health. You just have to believe me there. All right, so what do we let me put it down again so I can talk about my Lara board. So what do we have here? Here on the right, we have the abilities. I will talk about those when I talk about the rules. And here on the left, I have the dual pistols I start with, so I can shoot enemies, but it does make noise and alerts all the enemies in the map. So I have not fired a single shot yet. I've done everything stealthily, and that's a good. I will probably do that this scenario as well. I will let you know in a moment why. And also, I have my first outfit here. That's an outfit I crafted, and I pulled the survivor outfit, which gives me 5 more health. I only have 10 at the moment, but when I heal, I can actually put like the tracking cube up here. Then you will also see it again because it's like in frame then. Yeah, it just gives me more health, which is really good. I already lost 5 health, as you can see, because I'm only down to 10. So this one is really good. That is pretty much everything you see here. All right, let's talk about today's mission. As I said, it's chapter 3. Hidden in the trees. So there are like objectives here on the right. Have 2 weapons. We only have 1, but we can craft one easily. We have so many tokens, that's fine. And we need to escape while hidden. And also we need to destroy both of the barriers in order to open the gold door. That is pretty much everything that we need to do. Do you see also the challenges down at the bottom here? I will get to that a little bit later, but these are ways to play these scenarios not as a campaign, but like single, right? To like play like a single scenario. So yeah. Also, one more thing I want to show you. You can print these online. There is like an achievement. There are like achievements in the box, but I don't like writing in rule books. That's why you can also print those. And these are like official, and these are like achievements you can get. And here is like the achievement for chapter 3, which we are playing today. Complete chapter 3 without ever being spotted or making noise. So we don't want to use our weapons. We don't want to be spotted. Let's see if that works. Last chapter I was spotted through 2 or 3 times. I was just able to like hide again quickly enough, but that won't work here. So we have to like be very stealthy today. Let's see if we can make it, because if I unlock achievements, I can unlock new cards. I can like unlock relics that I can add to my adventure, which is really cool. I haven't played with those yet, and these are like in little envelopes in the game box, and I have no idea what these are. I think the first one I can unlock when I have 3 achievements. So maybe today we can actually complete chapter 3. That would be the next achievement on the list. And another thing you can print out is this little save sheet here. And you see like next chapter 3, site status hidden. We're currently hidden. Health 10, dual pistols, ammo 4. So you can like these things that you can't put in the box, you can actually just note down here, like your health and your ammo, your site status, and which chapters you have to play next. Very, very cool thing. Okay, so now let me go into a quick overview of the rules, and then I will do my playthrough. You can use the timestamps below to jump to the playthrough directly if you want to. One thing I missed to mention, I will also say a few things at the end of the game. Not a full review, because I've only played 3 chapters after having played this today, but I can say quite a few things about my first impressions here already, because I do have a strong opinion about this game. But I will get to that later. As I said, you can use the timestamps below. Alright, so let's get started regarding the rules. Essentially, this game always has 3 phases for each round, and we play until either I am like I lost all my health, or I have completed the chapter by escaping here. And crafting 2 weapons. Don't forget, I have to craft 2 weapons today. The first phase is always the Lara phase. The Lara phase means that I have these 6 dice here. I can have like these extra dice if I want to, one-time use. But essentially, I usually have these 6 dice. I can use them to like move around the level and do things. Oops, I just kicked myself over, but that does not spell defeat yet. All right, so we have 6 abilities here. We can unlock more, as you see. We can craft some with like these oil barrels here. But we have 6 abilities that we start with: move, surge, melee, hide, research, and dodge. Essentially, these all like kind of work similar. I attribute a specific number of dice to an ability, then I roll the dice, and then I do whatever I can do. These dice have 3 different phases. They have 1 blank, which is like the worst thing, because it just is nothing. Then we have the hourglass here. That is usually a success. And then we have 4 different phases. Then we have the double hourglass, even better, 2 successes. And then we have the crossed out, the broken hourglass. I can also use it as a success if I discard an event card. We don't want to go to the event card to the event deck too quickly, but I will get to that a little bit later. I will get to these abilities a little bit later. But like the most important things that I will be doing is moving, melee, and maybe hide. Move, I always like get as much movement points as I use the dice. So if I roll 4 dice, I get 4 movement points plus each success. I never want to roll a blank, otherwise I make noise, and then I fail this achievement immediately. Not the mission, but the achievement. Melee lets me just attack enemies. If I'm hidden, which I am at the moment, then I do 2 damage, otherwise I just 1 damage. And hide means I can go back into hidden mode again. Enemies always see in a cone or like in a box of 3 by 6, so they always see like 1 to the left, 1 to the right, and then also 6 in front. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So actually, this wolf would be seeing here everything here, but it would be blocked by doors or by these yellow stones here, because these terrains here are elevated. I need 2 movements for it to get up and to get down. The enemies, same thing, but these also block sight. Enemies can be on top of such a structure and look down, but they cannot look up. That's not possible. So I can actually hide up here from enemies. I can also jump between those if they are just one apart. Like for example, I could jump here from the right one to the left one with 3 movement points. That's possible, and also the enemies below would not see me. That is about my abilities. That's the Lara phase. That's pretty much like what I do during the Lara phase. I can also discard dice for specific actions. For example, for pulling a lever, I just have to be on top of it, discard 1 unused die, and then I can pull the lever, opening and closing all the doors of the same color. I can also discard a die in order to use my weapons. They do like a specific number of damage, and then I can spend ammo in order to do additional damage, and they have a range. As you can see here, I have a range of 2 here. Melee is always a range of 1. It doesn't say here, but it says like here must be adjacent to an enemy and on the same elevation, so I can't punch up or down, which also makes sense. That's pretty much the Lara phase. Then we have, and also during the Lara phase we can always craft. That does not cost me an action die. I can just craft whatever I want to. I just have to use like my crafting materials. All the ones without a multiplier go back into the resource bag. All the other are discarded from the game forever. Then we have the enemy phase. In the enemy phase, all enemies just move, and then they also attack if they can. Always, when I move or when enemies move, I always check whether or not they can see me. If they can see me, I immediately flip that to seen. And then they will all like follow me, like home in on me, unless I hide again. Also another ability here, as I mentioned before. After that, we have the event phase. We always draw an event card and do whatever it says on there. There can be negative things like enemies spawning, enemies getting another turn. There can also be traps I have to evade, but these can also be positive things. But if I use the positive effect, then the card is also removed from the game forever. Not forever, but like for this entire campaign here. But if I don't use the positive effect, the card will come back later. And that is pretty much it. I think with that, we can start playing the game. Let me just have another cup of tea before we get started with the playthrough. All right, there we go. So by the way, it is quite stormy outside, and also I'm using a fan here, otherwise it's too hot. So I hope you don't hear any of that. So let's start with the Lara phase. Let's take a look at the layout of the level here. So we have a few elevations, that's good. I can use those to hide. That's pretty nice. I know there's only one enemy at the moment, and the wolf will just move 4 forwards. We have like different enemy cards here. There are only 4. I'm playing with the standard enemy side now for today. Next scenario, I will most likely go to the advanced enemy side. There, the enemies are harder and also more interesting. We use the standard enemy side. So wolves and snakes both have the same movement pattern and attack pattern. On the advanced side, they don't. They are different there, and they also have range then, like the snake at least. So here they move 4. They do 2 damage if they attack. They can only attack melee, and they have 3 health. So that is like the same thing for all the enemies. But there may also be some of these Greek soldiers joining the battle, and they behave a little bit differently. They're definitely harder. So what I need to do, I need to pull this lever and the one here. This one is stupid to do at the moment. I think first I will go up, pull that lever, and then I will go down here, destroy that barricade, and then I will probably do the red lever and go up there. Yeah, I think that's the best idea. And then when we're up here and have destroyed this, we can actually go down here to the exit, right? This door will also open then, and then we can go down here. I think that's like the best course of action. So at the moment, I don't need to do anything except move. So now I have, now I can think whether I will also craft or just move. We need to craft 1 weapon before exiting this level. We need 5 or tools for that to take like the top weapon and just craft it. Or we use 7 and can draw 2, keep 1, put 1 to the bottom of the deck. I don't have any of that material. We can search. If we search, like for 1 hourglass, I can take 1 token. If for 3 hourglasses, I can take 3 tokens. So we might be able to get a few more materials. So I think I will do that. I think I will move first. Oh, by the way, one more thing. Except for the playmate, I went all in for this because I was pretty sure I would like it. So I'm using these standard dice now because they're better visible on camera. I also have the deluxe dice here. They look like a little bit used and stuff, but I gotta be honest, I'm not a huge fan of those. I think like the faces are not really visible, and I think on camera you will not be able to see it too well, especially the dark ones here. That's why for this video I'm actually using the regular dice. They're just more visible. Alright, you know what? Let me use 4 dice in order to move. Oh, that's a good movement. So I now get 4 movement for these dice, plus all the hourglasses. That's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 movement. So I can now move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I would be fine here, because if an enemy spawns there or here, they will not see me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No. No, they will just see until there, so the enemy will not see me. I could discard an event card for this one movement, but I don't really need it. So I will just discard these dice, because they are used. And then I have 2 more dice. I will roll those for search, and hope I get 3 hourglasses. But 1 hourglass is fine as well. That is 0 hourglasses. Ah, that's a shame. I would have liked to search a little bit, but I'm not going to discard an event card now, I think. No, I don't think so. Well, then I will search some other time. That was just unlucky. I could also use this to add 2 hourglasses to a roll, but I'm not going to do that now. Alright, so now it's the enemy phase. Now all the enemies move and then attack if possible. So this one moves 1, 2, 3, 4. One more thing I didn't talk about on the map are these red pits. These are like spike pits. You cannot jump across those, and also you cannot move across those, but you can see across them. So the wolf would be able to see me here, but the wolf would not be able to go there. Would have to go around. Okay, that was the enemy phase already. The wolf cannot see me, the wolf cannot attack me, so I'm all good here. I know next round he's going to go forward, then he's going to turn around and move back, right? So I don't really have any issues with the wolf at the moment, as long as I stay here on this side. Unless enemies spawn. And now we go to the event phase. So it's an enemy spawn actually, yeah? So we actually do spawn one of these Greek fighters, which are called the protectors. There are 2 different miniatures in the game, the one with the bow here and the one with the spear. I'm using the bow one for this one here. And we take the enemy die, roll it, that's a 3. And we spawn the enemy in the direction of the arrow right there. Oh, that was good. It's good that I actually didn't move one further, otherwise the enemy would now see me. Wow, that was pretty close. So he cannot quite see me. So I definitely need to get a move on next turn, and this one will be hard, because this one will just be moving forward. So this will be kind of rough. He will actually, like next turn he will go there, then he will not see me, but the turn after that he will go up here. So I don't know quite yet how I will avoid that, but okay, that was the event phase. Now it's my turn. You see, like a turn around goes really quickly. Okay, so I need to move 4. So if I roll 3 dice, I should be safe. So I'm gonna roll 3. That is 3 plus 2, 5 movement, but I will only move 4 onto that lever. Then I will spend 1 die to pull the blue lever. That means now I open all blue doors. There's only 1 here. So we just flip that to the open side. So now we can go in here. That's good. I still have 2 dice left. This guy will just move there, so I think I'm fine for now. I think I'm good for now. What do I do? I think I will actually take these 2 dice again and search again. That is 0 again. I'm so unlucky. This way I'm never gonna accomplish anything, but I guess that's the way it is. Or do I actually do I discard an event card? I think I'm going to discard 1 event card to turn that 1 into a success. That would have been a positive one actually, but okay, doesn't matter. So I have 1 success, so I have a search of 1 at least. So I can now take a resource here. That is another cloth. We don't need cloth. I need these gears or tools. I'm not quite sure what they're called. Well, okay, it's now the enemy's turn. We start like from left to right. So this one moves first, and these only move 3. So 1, 2, 3. He cannot see me. All good. And this one moves 4. 1. Then he turns 90 degrees until he can move again. 2, 3, 4. There we go. Okay. Then we have the event phase. Oh, I could use this to get 2 resources. Oh, that's exactly what I want. You know what? I'm going to do that. But this one then is removed from the event deck for the entire campaign. But that's fine. So, 2 resources. Please let me get those gears. Cloth again. Well, I could get another outfit, but I'm very happy with my outfit at the moment. But with cloth, I can also get like stuff up there. And oil. I don't get any of the gear things. Well, then I probably will have to just use my one-time use things here, I guess. Okay, so it's my turn again. So I'm gonna move, but he's gonna see me over there most likely. So the thing is, the rules in the rulebook are not 100% clear to me, at least, on what would happen here, because the enemy cannot see here, of course, but also not past here. But I guess the enemy could see past here, I suppose. I don't think it's obstructed by that one here, because there's no line of sight, really. It's just like a 3x6 square, and these things obstruct the view, so I guess he can see here. That means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Up until here, he would be able to see. So I could move over here. Maybe. Yeah, I could maybe move over here and then go over here. That's one option of what to do. I think that's a good idea. I think I will just use these dice to move and do nothing else. We have a lot of movement. So we have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11 movement. If I don't discard any event cards. Let me put them here, but they're used, don't forget. 11 movement, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That would be 11 movement. The wolf will just continue walking down there, that's fine. That will be the 11 movement that I have. So even if he goes up there, he can only like see that here, like 1 to the left and 1 to the right, so I'm safe here. I actually did not need to move that far. I could have moved one less. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. No, wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah. Then I would be here. And he would not be able to see me. I think that's better. Because I need to move around this pit anyway. Okay, I think I'm fine. I'm not going to discard any event cards. I think I'm happy with being here for now. Okay. Good. Also, there's one thing I just realized. I need to destroy these barriers, but I cannot destroy them with melee. I have to destroy them using weapons. And the only weapon I have is one that makes a sound. That is, so I would make a sound and then I would fail the achievement. Because I'm not allowed to make any noise. So I would have to craft a weapon before that. Yes, I would have to. I would have to craft a weapon before that. So I will do that next turn. That's the first thing I'm going to do. Okay, we have the enemy movement, so this one moves first. 1, 2, to move up here. 3. And this one moves 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. This one would then move back again. This one will just move back and forth for now. Okay. I will have to get rid of him later. Like quite soon, actually. After I've done this, then I have to get rid of them. But that's fine. Okay, event. Let's see what this has in store for us. All enemies move and attack again. Okay. Oops. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Interesting. At least not another spawn. Like a spawn, like this spawn here would have been really bad. Because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, yeah, would have almost seen me. Okay, so it's my turn again. I need to craft and I need to move. I will have to craft now. So let me craft. So I need a weapon, but I don't want to take one. I want to take 2 because if the top one is one that makes noise, that doesn't help me. So I will take 2, draw 2 and keep 1. That means I need 7 of these gears here. I have none, so I need to use my special treasure for that. So these special treasures work like that. It says like times 2 or times 3 or times 4. And I need to use, like I don't get change back. I need to use them entirely. I can only not use them completely, but then I just lose some. And also they need to be all used for the same resource. So I can't split them. And I need 7, so I will use a 4 and a 3. The highest ones in order to have 7 of these gears, and these don't go back in the bag. They actually are removed from the entire campaign. So I will not be able to redraw them, but that's the way it is. All right, so let's draw the first top 2 cards here. That's good. We have one that doesn't make noise. Oh, look at this one. The flamethrower here, the Prometheus flame, does damage all around me. Oh, that one is amazing. I would love to have that, but it doesn't make noise. It does not help me get this achievement, so I will take the silent sting instead. This one is actually like similar to my dual pistols. The dual pistols, they actually, I roll like both dice. Here I only roll 1 die and up to 5 ammo. That's really good. That is amazing. So this one goes here. The Prometheus Flame is a nice one, but it goes to the very bottom of the deck, so I will not see that for a long time. Probably not ever in this campaign again. And when we craft a weapon, we also have like the highest ammo here. So we now have the silent sting and the dual pistols. Okay. So let me see. One thing to note, I do have 2 weapons, but per Lara phase, while I can use one weapon several times, so I can shoot several times, I can only shoot 1 weapon per Lara phase. Makes sense? It's kind of like swapping weapons between turns. Okay, so now I have my 2 weapons, so I have pretty much like everything done. I just need to escape unseen. So now I need to destroy this one here, pull the lever, go all the way through here, destroy that thing. Oh, we can also go there. Let's see. Destroy that thing and then leave the level. So pretty straightforward. So I need to move 1, 2, 3, 4. I need to move 4. So with 3 dice, I'm really safe. With 2, I would be cutting it a little bit close. So let's use 4 dice. That is exactly 4 movement. 3 for the dice and 1 for that success. So I move 1, 2, 3, 4. And now I have to destroy this barrier. I can do that only using weapons. I can now use the silent sting. So I can now roll as many dice as I want to. And with each success, I deal 1 damage, as you can see here in the top left of the weapon. But I can use ammo to have like additional successes. So it may make sense to only use 1 die. Well, how much ammo do I want to use here? What else do I want to do this round? Because I can't really move around here too much. I can like move here. So the wolf then wouldn't see me, would walk past me. So I could move 2 more. You know what? Let me use 2 dice. I have 2 successes. Perfect. 2 successes times 1 damage. That's damage of 2. So I destroy this barrier here. Very nice. So I just need to destroy the other barrier later on. So that's good. And I still have 1 die left, which I will use for movement. And I can move only 1. So I will just move back here. That should be fine, except if something spawns there. 2, 4, 5. Actually, no, that's still fine. Okay, I think I'm done with the Lara phase. Yeah, I guess that's it. Now it's the enemy's phase. So this one will move 3. 1, 2. He can't move up there because he needs 2 movement points. So he will turn 90 degrees clockwise and use his last movement point there. And then the wolf will just move 4 there. So now... oh, let's see. There are 2 things that I could do, but let's see. Okay, event card. That is an enemy spawn. Ooh, this could be dangerous now. Depending on where the soldier spawns. Let's take a spearman this time. Hoplite, I think they're called, right? So he spawns at the 6, which is... which doesn't exist because the 6 is covered at the moment here. That means we go like 1 up. That's the 1. That means right here. But looking in the wrong direction. But then he would just turn 90 degrees here so he can move next round. He's exactly where I need to go. This is pretty bad. But let's see how we can deal with that. So now I drew my last event card. What that means that the Natla initiative, like the corporation, the bad guys are getting closer to my location. So whenever that happens, I take one of these Natla pins here and put it on my Lara board. Like you don't... well, let me just put it here. And that now means I have like they're like close to my location. And if we take a look at these scenarios, let me just show you. Then you see here in the top right of the objectives, always you see like a number of pins. And if I have that many on my Lara board, that like the number there, so it's 3 for the current chapter and 5 for the next one, then I would remove 2 Lara pins, and then I would swap, then I would flip the event card to the invaded side, and they're like harder enemies, and they do like much more nasty stuff, because then actually these soldiers, the Natla soldiers, are coming. That's not the case yet. I only have 1 Natla pin, so I'm still fine. So we just shuffle the deck here. So you see, like, there are like loads of things that actually develop throughout the campaign that you're playing here. I think the campaign has 15 chapters, and if you have back the Croft Manor expansion, you have 6 chapters more, so 21. And you have like a change of, you can like craft new weapons and get new abilities, new outfits, your crafting materials, you keep those during chapters, and then also like this develops here. So it actually could go to the invaded side and it would become harder. So yeah, quite interesting actually. And also you can still play with the advanced enemies here. I'm going to do that next time. Okay, it's my turn. So what do we do? This guy doesn't see me yet, but he will see me soon. 1, 2, 3, he would walk up there. 2, 4, and could see until there. So I can go here and defeat the wolf, so it's gone. But I can't get close to this guy. If I move up next to him, he's going to see me. I mean, yeah, because the Silent Sting also has a range of 1 only. So I really can't do anything with this guy. So what I could do is move up here, defeat the wolf, and then move out of the way again. But I'm not going to do that in time. That is rough. I have an idea what to do. I'm going to move behind this wolf and try to defeat him now. So let me get my Lara dice back. So how much do I need to move? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. With 3 dice, I should be pretty good actually. So let's use 3 dice here and hope we get enough movement in. Yeah, we have 6 movement, so I can move behind him. He doesn't see me behind him, of course. And now I can do a melee attack. So I just need 2 hourglasses in order to defeat him. 2 hourglasses. Let me... Do I want to be safe? I think I want to be safe. I want to be safe and roll 3 dice. Oh, that's way more than enough. Okay. I'm doing like... 2, 4, 5, 10 damage. The wolf can only stomach 3, so this guy is gone. I can now draw a crafting component as a reward. It's okay, it's another treasure chest, but this is like a single one without a modifier. So this one actually goes back into the bag later on. That's nice. And that's it. I don't have any Lara dice left anymore. What I'm now going to do, I'm now going to use my scroll here, my research scroll, skip the enemy phase. So I'm going to skip the enemy phase so this guy doesn't move and see me, so I can just keep standing there. That's great. Okay, no enemy phase, so we skip that. So event phase. I could get 2 resources if I wanted to. Do I want to do that? It would make the deck smaller, but I think it's fine to have some resources, because I think I want to craft next round a little bit. So let me take a resource. Okay, now I get those that I don't need. I need more oil now. I have oil. Good. Because I would like to craft new abilities. Okay, good. Now it's my turn again. Okay, let me get back my Lara dice here. They're actually called Lara dice. I'm not making that up. Okay, so what I want to do now is move here. Then this guy doesn't see me and I can take him out later, hopefully. Oh, he's just going to move there. That's not enough. He needs to move further, actually. Yeah, there's no way I can defeat him soon. Well, but let me move in there and then do a bit of crafting, research, things like that. So I need 4 movement. So with 3 dice, I should be safe. More than safe. I can move 3, 5, 7 even. So I can move more than enough. So I'm going to move in here. So there he doesn't see me. Unless someone spawns there. Then I have an issue. But I guess I have to take that risk. I mean, I do have 7 movement. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I could also move up here. There nobody sees me. I can do a bit of crafting and wait until he's gone. Get into position. That might be possible. You know what? Let me do that for now. And then I will do a search action. Maybe get a few more materials. I have 2 hourglasses. I would need 1 more in order to get 3 materials. Let me do that. Let me discard one to turn that into a success. So this is a pretty harsh cut. Please excuse this cut. Due to a technical issue, so to speak, I lost about 20 or 30 minutes of my footage, including my review at the end, and also the last bit of gameplay. But the gameplay wasn't very long. It was only like 5 or 10 minutes that you lost. Let me narrate what happened during my escapades here. So I moved here again. I was able to craft abilities, and I found this build ability that lets me place a cube on an adjacent space, and that space then blocks enemy side movement and attacks. I did that in order to like get by here, just in case somebody would spawn there, he wouldn't see me, because they can only see like left, right, and then down here. But if there is something here, a barrier, then the entire line here is blocked. Thematically, it doesn't make a whole lot of sense, but he wasn't able to see me, and then I was even able to sneak through here, destroy the barrier that was there, and then sneak all the way back to the exit. That was no issue because there was another one of these Greek protectors spawning, but only here. So he moved up there, and these both just moved back and forth and couldn't see me. I know I would have liked to see me actually play through that, but resetting everything to the state I had before was almost impossible because of all the event cards. So this unfortunately didn't really work. And also I think you missed the snake that spawned here, but it's spawned up here and moved around a bit. So also was no danger to my playthrough at all. So I was able to like really crush this. That was nice because I never made any sound because of my silent sting, and I also was never seen. So I actually got that achievement here, the Ghost of Kairos, complete chapter 3 without ever being spotted or making noise. I'm very sorry that some of the playthrough was lost, but let me know in the comments if you enjoyed like generally me playing through this game. If so, I would be happy to maybe play another scenario on the channel at some point. Most likely not the next one, because after this is published I definitely will have played further in the game because I really like it, but maybe like a later scenario or maybe a standalone scenario. Alright, so this is how you play Tomb Raider, the Crypt of Chronos. I can't give you a full review because this campaign here has 15 chapters regularly, and I've only played 3. That is not enough to like give this like final rating or anything, so I can't give this a silver or gold Sir Thecos Ace of Games award. But I can give you my first impressions. I've spent around like 4 hours with the game maybe, including reading the rules, learning the game, and then playing those first 3 scenarios. So I think I do have a pretty good grip on how the game works. I've seen like most of the basic stuff the game has to offer, but not everything yet. So let me say a few things. First of all, this game may seem as a pretty regular like dungeon crawler campaign game, because you have your map tiles that you set up according to the scenario. You have a specific objective, and then you just do that objective by moving around, defeating enemies maybe, and doing things on the map. But that is not quite true, because this game does have a lot of their own ideas. So first of all, the setup is actually quite minimal, because the table space, okay, yes, for YouTube, for recording, this is a lot of table space for me to record this, but for you playing such a game, it doesn't have a lot of table space. It's only these 16 tiles. They're not very large. Look at my hand here, right? I can put my hand twice across that, and that's it. And then besides the map, you only have like these 2 boards, a few cards, dice, and that's it. So not a whole lot of table space. So I really enjoy that. And also the setup doesn't take long, because the insert is not perfect, but it is quite well designed. I really like it. So the insert and the quite minimal components actually for such a game makes me maybe takes like 5 or 10 minutes to set up the game. That is not a lot for such a game. Also, I like the gameplay a lot. I think this is really fun. I like what they've done with the crafting bench here. I think there's a really cool idea that at any time during your turn you can craft weapons out to its abilities. That means you change your loadout all the time. You never level up or anything, but you can like change the way you play all the time by just crafting. I think that's great. Also that you're able to get more dice, like temporary dice, more health and more ammo, just by crafting at any time. I think that's great, and it's really thematic, because in the later games, in the Survivor trilogy of the game, you can actually do that. So I think this is really great. Also, the research thing is really nice. So you can have an action to research and you can actually get more abilities. And also how you use your dice here is really great for your abilities. You just allocate as many dice as you wanted to an action, and then you roll them and see like what you can do. And there's always a risk and reward, because some actions are actually bad if you don't roll anything. For the melee, if you don't roll any hourglass, you just end your Lara phase completely. If you don't roll any hourglass on your move action, you make a sound on your starting space, which is also bad. That would have failed me the achievement for the scenario. So this is a really cool way of using your action economy, so to speak, and it has a lot of player agency. I really like this. Also, this board is great. You have everything on here that you need. You have everything here that you need. Very compact, very easy to overview everything. Really nice. I love the outfits, giving you more abilities. And with the outfits, I have now the survivor outfit here, which is good, but I might actually change that because I hardly need it, because I'm doing more of a stealth playthrough at the moment, so I might not even need the extra health. But I have to now shuffle this up again after showing it to you, but it's a really cool, because they have like all of the outfits from the entire series in here. For example, here, Tomb Raider Angel of Darkness, the camo outfit. Then you have like the original training gear from the Tomb Raider game, for the original. You have the Guerrilla outfit from Tomb Raider 2013, the Biker outfit from Tomb Raider Legend, all kinds of things. Tomb Raider 3, I remember this one here still. The Nevada outfit, very, very cool. The Crisis Trinity outfit here, the bomber jacket. I used that a lot in Tomb Raider 2. So very, very cool. Now I have to shuffle those again. Nice. And all the weapons are very different. Some of them actually have like an area of attack. Some of them are silent. Some of them have range, and like more range, less range. There are like weapons in here, like a sniper kind of weapon that where you can like deal damage to like pretty like far away, but close up you can deal no damage. So it's like really interesting how we can like change your loadout and these abilities. This is great. That you can actually like extend your abilities, and you have like these fixed slots, so you can get more stuff, but then you have to discard other ones. So you can like during the campaign kind of build up your character. I like that a lot. Also, there's so much attention to detail here for Tomb Raider fans. I like the idea that you have like all these different outfits and weapons from the game. There is actually a second Lara miniature that comes with the game, at least in the Game Font edition. There's like the later one, but there's also like a more classic miniature, like with the classic Lara Croft. Also, I have to like kind of slide all of this down so I still know all the stats, so I can put it in the save log. But this is like the Lara board here. You just never saw the left side because it just didn't fit anymore here on screen. But you can just turn this over, and then you have the classic Lara model. It doesn't change anything gameplay-wise, of course, but it's cool. If you rather enjoy that, you can take this one. I like the later model more. That's why I took this one, but I think it's really great. It's also like the same pose and everything. I like this attention to detail. Really, really cool. Also, the components are good. As I said, the insert is nice. I like the components. The miniatures are cool. The box actually is not that huge, given like how much replayability is in this game. And there's like also another thing I need to mention. The base campaign here has 15 chapters. And also you can play all of these 15 chapters, not within the campaign, but as single challenges, and each chapter has 2 challenges. So essentially you need 45 games to have seen everything the base game has to offer. And that's not all. If you have the Croft Manor expansion that adds 6 chapters to the game, like after chapter 15, you can play those until chapter 21, I think. I don't know if those also have challenges. If so, that's another 18 games. And then also there is this, I think it's called island mode. I'm not quite sure. Where you're on this island, you start, I don't know where you start someplace. And then you like move around this island and have like different levels. And these levels have nothing to do with the chapters in the chapter book, in the campaign book, because you actually draw cards that give you like the layout of the levels and everything. This is like a randomized campaign then, which is like infinite replayability. And also, as far as I know, it should be online already. I'm not quite sure, but there also is like a custom map maker tool online that you can use to make like your own scenarios. So if this game catches on and the community wants to like make their own campaigns, this game has pretty much like endless replayability. This is absolutely amazing. Of course, there is like this one thing like you have to keep in mind. I haven't played all of the chapters of the campaign yet, and it's possible that they all play too similarly, so it doesn't matter if they're like 15 or 20 chapters because they're all quite similar. I don't know, But at the moment, so far, not really. Like each chapter introduced like another thing to do. They are quite similar, but yeah, these games are really, really quick. So I don't really mind that they just add like a small thing each chapter, but maybe that changes in chapter 4 or 5. This is like a tutorial that kind of eases you into the game. Also, what I really like is that you have like these standard enemies here. I've been playing with those for 3 scenarios now, but now I have a good grip on the game. So now I'm going to change those to the advanced enemies. And these are actually not as foreseeable anymore, because these now the wolf and the snake, for example, are different. A different health, different movement, different range and things like that. They have now also abilities. So the wolf, for example, when you are seen, moves 8 instead of 4. So, and also they move a little bit differently. So now these enemies are not as foreseeable anymore, so it's not as easy to defeat them or to get around them anymore. And I think that's great. I think it's a really good thing. Another thing I really like is the save box here. It's like the old backpack, you know, from the original trilogy or from the original classic games. Very nice. You can place everything in here. That also works really well. So yeah, I think I've mentioned like most things about the game that I like. Is there anything that I dislike? At the moment, not really, to be honest. I think this game just works. It fires on all cylinders. I think it does a lot of really good things. So it depends now how the campaign goes. I hope that the scenarios are different enough. So far, the objectives have not been extremely different, but a little bit. They have like a few like extra things that you need to solve, except just leaving the level. For example, having 2 weapons that you crafted. I think the scenario before, I had to search once and research once. It's not hard, but these are things you have to plan into like entire routine. If you are swamped by enemies, it's going to be hard to do these extra abilities. So I really like that. I think the only thing I don't like so far, but that is more of a nitpick than anything else, is these dice here, these deluxe dice. I don't think they came out very well. Maybe I have a faulty copy. I don't know if yours look the same. I don't know about those. So I rather like use the regular ones here, but that's just a little nitpick. Also, what I haven't seen yet are the boss fights. I don't know how those are, but let's see about that. Looking forward to playing those as well. So yeah, this is a really good game. I really, really enjoy that. If you would like to see like another playthrough of this on my channel, I will gladly bring you one somewhere in the future. And I will definitely continue playing this as soon as possible, because this is really fun. I like this. A lot of these campaign or scenario-based games are like very resource intensive. They have a lot of rules, a lot of like small rules as well. They are very long. They have loads of components. They're long to set up and tear down. This one has none of those. It's quick to set up, quick to learn, quick to play. I really enjoy this. It's a lot of fun. Also, I gotta say, the rulebook is really good. This has a very good structure, the rulebook. It explains everything that I want to know. There were like 2 or 3 rules where I wasn't quite sure. But this is not because they're explained in a bad way. It's just like because they are not as thematic to me. Like the line of sight rules for the enemies are a little bit unthematic, I find. But they're like easy to remember at least. And that is good. So yeah, nothing really negative to say about this game. I really enjoyed this. So looking forward to keep playing it. All right. Sorry for the end of the playthrough, that a bit of a cut off there, but you should have seen enough to see how this game works. And I really hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for sticking to the very end. And I really hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching and for sticking to the very end. As usual, I would like to thank you all for your support, especially want to give a shout out to my generous patrons. The biggest thanks go to Thecos for supporting me at the highest tier. Thank you so much for that. I truly appreciate that. You can also support me by watching, liking, and commenting on my videos, subscribing to my channel, support me on Patreon, and joining my Discord server to hang out with me and my amazing community. Alright, thank you so much for watching. I will see you in the very next video on my Discord server. Take care, everyone. Stay safe, and cheers.